Welcome to Penny for Your Shots, Conversations and Cocktails with Brilliant Women, the podcast where we uncork the stories and insights of exceptional female leaders from all walks of life. Our goal is to serve up wisdom, tips, and inspiration, and to support each other in rediscovering ourselves and what sets our souls on fire. We'll also share personal memories, paired with friends and a favorite beverage. I'm your host, Penny Fitzgerald, and I believe that the best stories are served up over a glass of wine or a cocktail. So grab a glass, get comfy, and let's pour ourselves into Penny for Your Shots. Hello, friends. Before we announce today's guest, I want to remind you about Wine Camp. We're just 1 month out from our amazing retreat to Texas Hill Country. Wine Camp. It's a thing, y'all. Don't miss your chance to join us in Texas Hill Country this fall. Grab your bestie and secure your spots today. You can find more information and register at pennyforyourshots.com/wine-camp. We'll be tasting wine at multiple vineyards, making craft cocktails together, checking out a brewery, and doing some shopping in Fredericksburg. And we're finishing up our time together with a hoedown in an Old West town with Pistol Pack and Paula. There'll be a few other surprises and you won't want to miss a minute. The events happen September 19th through the 21st. Check out all the information at pennyforyourshots.com/wine-camp. And if you have any questions, reach out to me at pennyforyourshots.com or on social media. It's going to be a blast, and I can't wait to say a toast with you in person this fall, y'all. See you there. It's not too late to join us, but we have only 6 spots left. So grab your bestie and get signed up before we sell out. For more information or to register, go to pennyforyourshots.com/wine-camp. Today's guest, Vanessa Betance, is a mompreneur who specializes in helping other entrepreneurs, especially women, with their marketing and branding efforts. As I was editing this interview, I was reminded of the importance of taking time to celebrate successes, even the ones that seem insignificant. We often discount our achievements or brush them off. When we fail to acknowledge them, we chip away at our ability to dream bigger. Celebrating new skills and experiences allows us to lead the way and better serve others. It builds a foundation of growth. Another thing Vanessa and I discussed was giving ourselves grace to change our minds. I don't know of many successful people who picked one thing and did just that for their entire lives. Why do we feel less than if we switch careers or change paths? I also believe that time and resources spent getting an education is never wasted. College prepares you for that next phase of life. Even if your major field of study is not aligned with your first career, the social skills, the next phase of growing and learning, the relationships and friendships you form, all are important to your future success. Your experiences accumulate over time. You don't know when they'll come in handy, but they will be useful someday. And those can never be taken away from you, even if your career or job changes dramatically. I hope you have joy in your career, that you feel fulfilled, and that you see your contribution to others. If you don't, we should talk. Here is Vanessa Betance. Hi.
Hi, Penny.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm good. And I see your name is listed as Ness on Zoom. Are you, do you prefer Vanessa?
Yeah, you could do Vanessa. I don't know why that's happening, so feel free to go ahead and use Vanessa or Ness, but Vanessa would be more professional.
Okay.
Later in the call, we can go by Ness. Feel free.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we'll be friends by the end. So awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Penny, where are you located?
Currently I'm in Iowa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I split my time between Florida and Iowa.
Lovely. I love Florida. I went to school in Florida.
Oh, where at?
I went to FIU. I graduated from FIU.
Oh, nice.
What part of Florida are you from, or do you have a place at?
Yeah, we do. In Sarasota.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, cool. I'm excited to chat with you.
Yeah, me too. And you're in Chicago now? Did I see that correctly? Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
We're here.
Very awesome. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Vanessa. Where, like you've mentioned where you grew up and where you went to school and stuff, but what are you doing? And like, just tell us about you.
Yeah. Wow, where do I start? Okay, so I've been in marketing for over 17 years. My story is I just was a little college butterfly, meaning trying to figure out what I wanted to do, right? I switched majors so many times trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I ended up um, putting time into a dream, which was to have my own radio show at the time.
Cool.
Yeah, I went to Columbia College for 2 years, and the thing, because that is a fine arts school, they don't really have the restrictions like or kind of follow the same process as other, schools and universities. So essentially, I just went crazy, and I took a lot of classes that had nothing to do with general ed, and because you could do that in Columbia at the time. Long story short, I ended up making a very different career change, or which in studies.
Yeah.
That's when FIU opened up their business program, and so I actually completely switched it all up and went into business and psychology, and that served me well. But nonetheless, I was on the 6-year program because the first 2 years of Columbia just wiped, like it didn't matter, like none of the credits held. So having to deal with that, and then also working full time, just because I was always in this like, oh, I gotta do this, a hustler mentality. Like I always got to move. I got to do something. I'm on my own. I got to fend for myself here. So I started working full time at Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, and I was there for 7 beautiful years, and I worked my way up and basically into sales and marketing, where we were working with seasoned travel agents to help them promote and market, Royal Caribbean cruises over all other options out there. And so to get creative with the times, we implemented Facebook and email marketing, right? Like, so getting creative and tapping into your audience segments. Like, if Facebook was great for those spring break cruises, for graduation cruises, summer cruises, just being smart with that and really utilizing email in a real creative way. And that's really what was the seeds to my entire marketing career. And long story short, I weaved in and out of marketing and entrepreneurship. And it's one of those things where like, entrepreneurship is in your soul, it's in your bones, but then you also know, so are the bills that are going to be coming behind all of these decisions. Like now you're in a seasoned adult, and you can't make certain moves so wildly because you've been through different lessons in life, right? So all that to say, I've had the opportunity to really become what I call myself, a little marketing unicorn, where I have explored and have learned and have practiced hands-on with not just, content creation, but I mean, we're talking from strategy to an ideation, to actual content creation, to copywriting, to website building, to creating ads, executing ads, analyzing the ads, like really taking it full spectrum, right? And I was able to do that because of my corporate opportunities, because of my corporate jobs, because a lot of this stuff wasn't available when I was in school, didn't exist. So I was fortunate enough to utilize that. In 2019, I was working for a tech company, and then two of my friends and I got together and we opened up a flower shop. So I quit my corporate job in tech, and I went on this amazing adventure. And we opened up a beautiful flower shop in Chicago. And I've parted ways at the beginning of this year just because my life kind of is evolved and it's changed. I have a young son. My priorities have changed. So I had to evolve with that. And I'm
Sure.
just grateful that, I had two wonderful partners that understood that. So
Mhm.
if anyone's in Chicago, go to Be Collective because they are amazing. It's a flower shop, gift shop. They do amazing workshops. The focus is really tapping into nature and utilizing flowers. Just to preserve mental
Nice.
peace.
Oh,
So
nice.
I was head of communications there for the first founding 4 years um, as a co-founder there. And then obviously as an entrepreneur, you wear a lot of hats.
Sure.
So marketing was just always like my one thing, but you have to really learn to expand and adapt. And
Mhm.
entrepreneurship, it can be very ugly. They glorify it to be pretty, but it could be very ugly, even if you're in solopreneurship. You know what I mean? Even
Yeah.
if you're in a business by yourself. So all that to say, where I'm at today, what I've done and what I am doing for others
Mhm.
is just taking all that I've learned from my marketing skills and expertise to my entrepreneurial successes, the wins, the lessons,
Mhm.
and everything in between, and just really honing in and helping small businesses with how to do DIY marketing. If you can't afford somebody, okay, let's work on DIY tactics, right? Let's work with a
Mhm.
strategy. Here's your master plan or here's your blueprint for the month. Go for this. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
Or taking it a step further and working with a little bit more established businesses, small businesses that are looking to outsource their marketing efforts, right? So
Mhm.
I mainly help with website makeovers, content strategy and management, social media, content strategy, and then also branding. So
Okay.
really I love to help. When I see someone's passion that's like so pure for something that they're willing to risk it all for,
Yeah.
like how can you not help? I was just born with this like extra sense of like, okay, if this is what you're good at and this is what been you know you've been blessed with to help and been taught all these different strategies and
Mhm.
you've learned from all different sizes of businesses, corporations, solopreneur experiences, like how can I not help? Right? Like
Yeah.
all I can do is provide some info. It's up to them if they want to take it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what I'm here now doing,
Yeah.
just through VMB Creative, just working with small businesses and helping them really just figure out who they are as a brand, right? Staying
Mhm.
true to that,
Mhm.
really honing in on who their audience is, and then dissecting how to communicate the best with them. You
Yeah.
know, my everyone is really it's like I feel like I don't know what you feel about this, honey, but like, it's a love and hate with social media. And
Yes.
you know,
Agreed. Yeah.
but for the most part, when it comes to email, it's neutral. Email's okay because at the end of the day, they decide, they know what's coming in. They've
Yeah.
given their email address out to the right, to who they know.
Yeah.
And okay, so if I get an email from you, okay, I'll open
Mhm.
it right away. Or maybe I can't open it right now, but let me get back to it. I want to hear
Mhm.
what she's got to say. So at the end of the day, I always put emphasis on email marketing because I feel like that is where you make sales. That is where you connect with your community.
Yeah.
That is where you build relationship. And now with all of the savvy techniques and just abilities that you can do with so many apps and
Mhm.
software out there, it allows you to build more of a relationship with your people.
Mm.
So I don't want to say that I steer away from social media because obviously, it's part of life. And I love getting creative with it and it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
But I always put emphasis on email marketing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whenever people try to forget about that, it's like you don't fight with algorithm there. You don't
Yeah.
fight, you don't have to worry about that. When you have an urgent message, boom, you go straight to your email.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, a lot of people with so much noise going on with social media these days,
Mhm.
um, people are kind of steering away from that.
Yep.
They're kind of like going to familiar places.
Right. Well, and with email marketing, you own your database,
Yep.
where social media, it's Mark Zuckerberg's whim.
Whenever he's feeling it, he can
Yeah.
turn off that switch and gone.
Yeah. Or there could be a glitch and you can't communicate with your people. Something happens along the way. You can't keep that relationship going. And yeah, it's just way too unsteady. But yeah, it is necessary. It's a necessary evil, I believe, that you just have
Exactly
to
right.
kind of use it. Well, and hopefully you put some systems in place that make it a little bit more
Strategy, right?
manageable. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
strategy and thinking, working smarter, not harder is my favorite quote.
Right. And trying to be simple. I keep things simple.
I think,
I want to back up a little bit too. You were talking about Columbia and your first
yeah,
2 years in college. Don't you feel like though that none of it is wasted? I look back on my college days and I learned so much outside of class, about
yes.
community and about building relationships with people and just all of the social skills and even the classes that I took. I went to a liberal arts school. Yeah, so there were
Oh,
lots of
okay.
classes outside of your core and outside of, the general classes that you would take. So I really feel like it was, I don't know. I hear a lot of people talking about, well, you don't really need college anymore. And I don't agree with that. I just think you need the experience and I don't know, especially a liberal arts school. I think they teach you how to be a good human in
Mm-hmm.
addition to being a marketer or being a welder or whatever, you're going to, you get a more well-rounded experience, I feel like.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I feel like schools needs to, I feel like it's just about evolution, right? It needs to
Mm-hmm.
evolve. I agree with you. We need it, but I feel like it needs to change and have like certain topics that are, either forward thinking or
Mm-hmm.
super relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that would help. And I do feel that, getting as much experience as possible out there in the real world that
Yeah.
is not on your dime, that is a good mix with schooling education,
Yeah.
is like the awesome recipe, right? Like, and
Yeah.
then to everyone figures out how much of each ingredient, but it's a blended experience that
Yes.
really like makes it for you, I feel like.
Agree. Yeah, yeah. And like you mentioned, your path was not straight. And I don't think anyone's, I can't admit, I'm looking, just thinking through my circle of friends and the women that I work with. I don't think anyone has had a straight path. And that's so common and normal to be zigzagging and, learning something over here that you can apply over there. And all of those experiences come together and work together.
And it's so crazy because, it's almost like how I wanted to have a radio show and just talk
Yeah.
about random things, right? Random topics.
Mhm.
And now, fast forward 20 years, and anyone can have their radio show.
Exactly. Here we
It's
are.
part time. Yeah. And it's like, it's just so wild because I always feel like, the universe has a way of
Yeah.
bringing things back that are meant to be in your path,
Hmm.
you know?
Yep.
And when you feel resistance, that's when, hey, that's like so many signs flagging you down that you
Right.
need to stop and reevaluate stuff. Like this
Yeah.
is a moment of like a pit stop. Let's regroup.
This is a poke. This is a
Yeah.
poke. Exactly.
Seriously,
Hmm.
seriously. I think that's one of like the biggest lessons I've learned in all of my, ins and outs of working full time for others and myself and all of this jazz. I just feel like really taking a moment to stop and listen and reevaluate when things aren't working. And I think that for a very long time in the beginning of my um at least like entrepreneur career, I just felt like everything was either a sign or everything like I was still too young, so, or too fresh, so it's okay, I gotta keep going. Like I made excuses for it, basically, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So I really never had that awareness to stop and be like, all right, this isn't working. Like, let's regroup, let's refigure this out, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So that is something that I listen to, not just in business though, but in my own physical health, like my body.
Mm-hmm.
Times where I'm like, I'll talk to myself. I don't know if you talk to yourself, but I have great conversations with myself. And I remind myself sometimes when I'm zoned out, like, hey, excuse me, did you have water today? Like, have you had any water today? I just put so much pressure on myself to constantly to do everything, which meant you have to do all of it, which meant you always, at least I always put myself last if I ever put myself on the map, right? So now it's like I even listen to that, right? I even listen to my voice inside of like my body telling me to move, telling me to stand up, telling me to drink water, you know, go take your daily walk now, Vanessa, you know? I think that we've been in such a reactive state of mind for so long that like pausing to stop and listen is a practice.
Hello, friend. Let's be real. When's the last time you did something just for you? Enter Wine Camp 2026. We're talking wine tastings, fire pit chats, sunset dinner cruises, and zero cooking required. Just show up, sip something fabulous, and reconnect with the version of you who loves adventure, sisterhood, and a glass of local Riesling in hand. Sweet, dry, or both. No judgment here. We're heading to New York's gorgeous Finger Lakes, July 31st through August 2nd. And yes, it's as dreamy as it sounds. Secure your spot at pennyforyourshots.com/wine camp. Don't wait. Room options are limited. And my crystal ball says we're going to sell out. Bring your besties or fly solo like the fabulous free spirit you are. You'll leave with new favorites either way. Wine Camp 2026 is calling. The only question is, are you in? Find out more at pennyforyourshots.com/wine camp. It really is. I so agree. Yeah. And do you meditate too?
Oh, yes, sister friend. Yes. I have to, or else it's not good.
Yeah, I agree. It helps so much with focus and just, like you're mentioning, slowing down and listening to, what do I need to do? What's so important today? The people in front of you are first and foremost, and paying attention to them and giving them the time of day instead of thinking about all the things that you have to do after you get done with this conversation. And then you really heard nothing if you're not in the present moment with them.
Exactly. And then also too, it's when you have kids, then it's even worse because you see time fly even faster. Like, oh gosh, where was I? Like, what was I doing? What just happened?
Right.
Yeah. And that's really too a huge reason why having a business is tough. Having a storefront and relying on customers coming in, like having a retail shop these days is very hard. It's very hard. And it takes a lot of time, and usually that time is the same time that my family is free and they're looking to be with me, whether I'm mentally or physically there, you know what I mean? So I had to make a tough decision. And it's so funny how we put all this pressure on us to be either perfect at what we do or reach certain goals that we have. But like, what happened to all the other goals that we've reached that we're not giving credit to, that didn't fulfill us, right? Like, it's like things that I guess those are just signals and things to really look at within and dive deep within, like, okay, what's really going on? Let's take it a step further. So I had to reevaluate what my priorities were.
Yeah.
And so for a long time, I added so much pressure to myself that I feel like, to your point, I was there, but I wasn't present. And that's when I was just like, a wake up call, can't continue, what is once upon a time, having that super successful business and being a successful entrepreneur, mompreneur was my goal. Like that was my thing. But then it's very much shifted because I evolved and I never ever considered that. I only considered my goals. I never considered
Mhm.
my own evolution and the emotions that will change with my evolution, which then evolved and it changed my different stage of life, right?
Mhm.
Where who says that I need to have all of that to be successful? Maybe it's being peace and being calm and being available for my son when he needs me. Like
Mhm.
maybe it means to calm down. That is what success is, right? So like
Mhm.
I always heard like you gotta define what success is. Like, hello, how do you not know what success is? You know what I mean? Like it's this, like I knew it, but I never gave myself that grace or that room, that
Mm.
space to grow and
Yeah.
change and not feel guilty about
And
it.
change your
So
mind if you want.
exactly, exactly. And so I think that my hardest season in all of that transition was being more compassionate with myself
Mm.
during that transition. So
Yeah.
anybody listening out there, if they're in that crossroads of, of making a different move than what you've been working towards for a
Yeah.
very long time, it's okay.
Yep.
It's okay. And maybe that's a sign for you to take a look within and just figure out, okay, what does make me happy? Maybe it's
Mhm.
an internal check in for me and my
Yeah.
happiness.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and I've in talking with other women too, this comes up a lot, and it feels like, I don't know what I want, or I don't know what's next. And sometimes we look internally or we think about it, but for some of us, I feel like we get stuck because, well, there are so many options. I could do this, I could do that. All these things I want to try, or all these things that I think would be fun or would lift others up or would be of benefit to someone. But, where do you start? So then you get overwhelmed and you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. You get
Yeah.
frozen. You get
Yeah,
frozen.
exactly. So yeah, I feel like, sometimes you just have to take a step in faith, and you'll know pretty quickly if that was the right step or not. But at least you've taken a step, and then you'll have clear information that you can shift and change to something else. If it's not working, then you'll know, rather than just thinking, well, what if?
Exactly. Exactly. And then also too, when things are aligned, things will flow. Your
Right.
opportunities will come, the doors will open,
That's right.
the positions will be posted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just happens that
Yeah.
way.
It's hard
Like,
to let it happen like that, especially when you're not sure. When you're unsure of a lot of things, it just feels like, oh, I have to make it happen. I have to hustle. I have to push. I have to grind and do all these
yes.
things. Where, yeah, when you're in flow, when it's right, when you have the right collaborations in place, when you're working from the heart, that's when it starts to happen.
And yeah, I totally agree. And something that always helps me too in moments of like high stress is
Hmm.
that, first of all, what's yours is yours and it will be yours and no one can take it away. And if
Yeah.
it's taken away for you, it's for the better, for you to evolve into something greater, right? Or
Yeah.
it could, if you are, in sales and you're getting all these no's, that's okay. Cause that no is
Hmm.
taking you one no closer to a yes. You know what I mean? Like it works for you. And, they say it takes 7 streams of income to be completely wealthy, not just rich, but wealthy. So if I have this going, I have that going, and this, then,
Wow.
all of a sudden you get crazy. But then where do you leave room for A, your personal health, mental and physical, and then B, for any miracles to happen? Like
Hmm.
if not to say that, you're gonna make a miracle income stream is gonna happen. You never know. I mean, I will not hold the
I'm open
universe
to
back,
it.
but I'm just saying that I was constantly like kind of looking for things to get me closer to my goal. What
Hmm.
something to do. Like I cannot just sit still. I got to do something. And then when I wasn't doing something, I was already stressing out about something that
Hmm.
wasn't happening.
Hmm.
That is where it got overwhelming. And I think that that's some place that a lot of us find ourselves in, even in parenthood. But yeah, allowing ourselves to just like take a moment again to like take deep breaths, meditate always, And
Mm-hmm.
just, like what's yours is yours and it's going to come to you one way or another. If you're putting in the work, again, Rome wasn't built in a day. Gardens don't grow overnight,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're planting seeds every single day and you're watering your garden and you know that you've done what you're supposed to do, then it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Every
Yeah.
day you're not going to get a home run, and learning to be okay with that and learning to be calm and, to your point, present, and allowing just the miracles to come in, not
Yeah.
always having a plan, you know, D
Yeah.
through Z, sometimes
Yeah.
just stepping back and just allowing things to flow. And
Yep.
again, back to how it all started, is just when you're in alignment, things naturally flow,
That's right.
it just comes your way.
That's a quote.
I
Yeah, that's
should get it on a
awesome.
t-shirt.
Yeah. There's merch.
I know.
Gosh. Well, I'm curious too a little bit about your time with Royal Caribbean. Were you on a ship or were you in the corporate headquarters? Where were you working?
I was in corporate headquarters. I
Okay.
was in corporate headquarters, and that was in the early 2000s. And yeah, it was fun. We opened up the call center for direct guests to call the cruise line and book
Okay.
their reservation.
Hmm.
That's where I started, and then I worked my way up, and I ended up being a business development representative for them.
Nice. Okay. So, were you able to go on cruises
Plenty.
too
And
with
I
them?
miss that.
Good.
I miss that being in Chicago. Like I used to say all the time, like over here, at least growing up, like going on a cruise was a big thing. You have to fly to a port. It was, costly, and we had never done it. And so when I moved to Florida for school, to FIU, obviously, it's cruise headquarters.
Hmm.
So I was astonished by how large these ships are and how many times I got corrected. It's not a boat, it's a ship. It's not a boat, it's a ship. Um, but yeah, no, it was incredible, and I just feel super super grateful for that opportunity, because again, I learned from the best of the best in that job. I just learned how to not just work for an amazing Fortune 500 company, world class sales, organization, but
Hmm.
they entrusted me. They trusted me to take a group of travel agents on a 14-night cruise in
Wow.
Mediterranean cruise
Oh,
to,
nice.
yeah, Italy and Croatia. And essentially taught these travel agents with their partners, whoever they brought on board, um, you know, what makes Royal Caribbean so special. I gave them a true experience of the cruise, because that is something that I really learned from Royal Caribbean is, they pride themselves in giving the highest value. That's why they're not the least expensive cruise line.
Hmm.
So they really sell themselves on quality and value. It was incredible. It was an eye-opening moment of just how much love I saw people had for this brand. And
Hmm.
it was my first time having seen people love a brand like that. We were working with travel agents. We gave them opportunities. What we gave them fam trips, right? We brought the familiarization
Oh,
cruises,
nice.
brought them on board, gave them this whole experience, and like really selling and giving an experience touches people's souls so much more,
Mm.
because they may forget what you talked about or what you
Hmm.
sold, but they'll never forget the moment that they saw the sunset on their first cruise with the Royal Caribbean rep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. How they felt. Yeah.
exactly. And so that translated indefinitely for my all of my roles later, because of my opportunities, because I always had that mentality. That it was my foundation of how I always felt was the best way to do any type of marketing,
Uh-huh.
is give them an experience. If you can't give
Mm.
them an experience physically, create that emotional experience for them, take them back
Mm.
to that experience, make them feel like, oh my God, they see me, they feel me, they hear me, they made a solution
Mm.
to my
They
problem.
get me. Hmm.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that, like, that was the little seed that
Yep.
turned into a big foundation of how I've always rolled out all of my work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. And that's, this piece of experience that you can carry over into everything you do. I think so many of us discount the experiences that we've had or the knowledge that we've gained along the way.
Yeah.
That everybody, no, that's no big deal. But you do have unique experiences and you have these things that that you can use to share and lift other people up or to use in your business. And women especially we don't give ourselves enough credit for what we do and what we know.
We gotta break that. We gotta break that
I
because
know.
I always preach it too, but then I find myself holding back. It's
Oh yeah,
like
for
one of
sure.
those things that I feel like, we got to keep on working on uplifting and empowering each other and
Yes.
reminding and bragging for each other,
Yeah.
reminding each other too. Don't forget, this is what you did. Don't forget, you also did
Yeah.
this, and this. Sometimes we get so lost in the sauce of all the bad stuff because,
Yeah.
it's easier to do that than give yourself
Hmm.
praise. And we gotta turn around and flip that. We gotta flip that all the
That's
way.
right. Well, and it's so much easier to lift a friend up, right? I mean, it's easy for me to say, "Oh my gosh, you were so brilliant doing that. Look at all these things that you just accomplished. Or look at these things that you know that nobody else knows. Only you
Yeah.
can share what you know in the way that you do it." I mean, I was talking with another guest a while back, and we kind of wrapped it up with looking at love songs. How many
Okay.
love songs are there in the world and how many songs are there about relationships? But they're all unique because they each are from a different perspective, even though they're the same song time after time after time.
Yeah.
So even if you are doing something that someone else is also doing, don't discount what you're doing, the way that you do it, or who you are and what you bring to the table, because you're unique and you have special skills and your own perspective on things.
And that's the part of my business too, in the branding piece of the business that I really love to tap into with clients because sometimes they have this great idea or a service, a product, um, but they are just so lost in what others are doing, right? And
Oh,
that and
comparison.
yes,
Mm,
yes. And it's like one of those things that will knock you out of the game before you even start playing if you go that route, right?
yep.
So really, I love to have clients share, okay, who's your muse? I like to call them muses, right? Who's your
Uh-huh.
muse? Send me some, and it doesn't have to be a straight competitor. It could
Uh-huh.
be any of your favorite accounts, right? Send them to me and then just tell me why you like it. Is it the
Mm-hmm.
colors? Is it funny? Is it relatable? Like you don't have to get too crazy. One word, two words is fine. And I asked them to send that to me so that I can see, okay, this is what they're going for. That's why I love spending time with them to help them build out their brand so that they can build out their brand character so that it remains long term. And that's what I try telling them. A lot of these folks, like you don't know if these accounts are, first of all, real or fake. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let's be real nowadays. You don't know if they're real or fake. A lot of things are going to be trending to get, quick
Mm-hmm.
transactions. That's the day and age that we live in. That is why that human element is so important, even if you do use AI tools, which I'm a fan of using it a smart way, but there's still a humanistic like value and like
Exactly.
touch there that does not go unnoticed.
Yes.
So
Authenticity.
yes, and so really helping folks stay authentic to their brand voice and just
Mm-hmm.
really just finding out, okay, if who your audience is and staying true to who you are, but talking in their language so that the point gets across,
Yes.
you know?
They feel like your brand, like you get them,
Exactly.
your people.
Exactly. Exactly.
My
Exactly.
people.
It is though, right?
Yeah.
You're building a community of your people, like-minded folks, and they could be anybody, and you bring them all together.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's kind of like if you try and please everybody, you please no one,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
You got to be true to yourself and true to your fans, who your people are, and serve them.
Authentically.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because
Because,
there's no longevity if you're being fake or if you're not yourself or if you're trying to appease a certain group. I feel
And
like.
again, like if you have all that money to, you know, spend all this content, money and content just to toss out, then just be smart with your money. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to follow trends just to follow trends. Like have your strategy, have your reason in place, your why. Don't just follow trends to follow trends, because people can sense that too. Those type of people that you're attracting are probably
Mm-hmm.
not going to stick around because of the true value
That's
that
not
you
right.
bring.
Yeah.
Exactly. And really, if you're putting so much time and effort into your social channels, into your email marketing, into your website, into your brand, then you want to communicate to the people that are going to bring in that return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
it's like that comparison thing can really,
Oh, it's the thief of joy.
it is,
Mm-hmm.
it is.
So, do you believe I have this gut feeling that, going viral is not what it's cracked up to be. I feel like going viral is just poking the bear. I mean, you're saying something to be controversial or you're getting a response from people, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not something I'm striving for because it's not authentic. Do you agree
No,
with that?
I totally agree with that. I feel like that's probably the one thing that is like to hear. Like I
Mm-hmm.
want to go viral. No, likes don't give you money. Like
Right.
you know what I mean?
And
Like
they don't
you
build community.
right. They don't build community, so they're not paying you.
They don't
So
serve.
that doesn't really matter. If you want to be viral, I always switch it to be word of mouth viral, be referral based viral.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
let's focus on that, because that is going to move folks in. And what I mean by that is, okay, let's work on your referral program. Going back to what we were talking about earlier, if any of these, Mark Zuckerberg, or if the gods of YouTube, or if the gods of TikTok decide to turn it all off, it's all
Mm-hmm.
gone.
It's
Like you
gone.
have nothing to show for that. As an individual, though, if you think about it, when's the last, how out of all the things that have gone viral for over the years, how many things can you think of
Mm,
off the top of your head, right? Like, can you
good
hit
point.
five? Can you hit five? And did you follow any of them, or did you just laugh and then like pass it on, like,
Right.
or maybe just laugh and not do anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of motive or action did it drive you to do? A lot of stuff is just there for pure entertainment. That's why things
Mm-hmm.
get viral, because it's pure entertainment. It's pure like wackiness, left field, something we're not like used to, and if it's a product or a service, I promise you there's a lot of spend behind it. It's
Mm,
not just blown up out of normal. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Whether it's influencer marketing, whether it's paid ads, whatever, there's going to be a
Wow.
huge
Yeah.
boost to
Mm-hmm.
amplify and get everything going. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't want people to you know, lost in all of the flashing
Mm.
lights, because it's easy to do that and be
Of
like, why can't
course.
I
Yeah.
do that?
Oh, the popularity of it. It's not really, that's not it.
No, no. But then there are folks that have a lot of money to spend in that, right? They have
Mm.
big budgets. That's back to community building, right? Being
Mm-hmm.
authentic, really building your loyalty base, because once you build your loyal follower, they become a part of a subscriber, and then they're in
Mm-hmm.
your community, they're in your world, and then they're naturally going to be like, oh, hey, did you hear about these guys? Like they naturally want to promote you,
Yeah,
because you're being of value and you're being of service one way or another.
exactly.
And going viral doesn't do any of that. It's
Mm-hmm.
a very like, again, I feel like it's a trip to Vegas.
It's a vanity thing, right?
Yeah, it really
Mm-hmm.
is.
Ego.
It is. And honestly, it goes also to my thoughts on organic followers. Clients come to me like, "Oh, I want to buy followers." No, you don't.
Mm-mm.
No, you don't. And again, if you have money to spend on that, then let's be wise. Let's create some A/B test ads on Facebook. Let's build your email database. Let's boost a couple of your best performing posts to get more brand awareness. Like if that's how you want to play, that's cool. Let's play that way to get folks that
Yeah.
you're attracting and can be potential
That are your people.
customers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not in followers. So anyone listening out there, don't buy followers. Please don't buy followers.
No.
And it's very easy to see when businesses buy
Oh yeah.
followers.
Yeah. Big chunk just drops. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's icky.
Another vanity thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why keeping it real always works.
Yeah,
Just keep it
absolutely.
real, organic. It's the long play, but if you have money, then you can play
Hmm.
strategically with some paid spends strategy. But
Hmm.
otherwise, if you're a small business owner doing DIY marketing on a budget, then just go
Not
organic.
effective.
Yeah, it's there's other ways.
Yeah,
There's other ways.
absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, before I ask you some more fun stuff, where can people find you if they want to connect and want to hear more about what you offer and kind of find
Yes.
you? Where should they
Uh,
go?
oh, wonderful. Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at VMB Creative underscore.
So your initials VMB Creative underscore.
Yes, yes. My
Cool.
middle name is Maureen.
Oh,
So
nice.
that's why it's Vanessa Maureen Betance. And then also my website is vmbcreativecode.com.
Oh, nice. Very cool. Okay, so
Yes.
something super fun. What's your favorite cocktail or wine?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, yesterday I was drinking Malbec. I normally don't
Nice.
I normally don't drink though. I've calmed down a lot. Um,
I
but it
haven't
was
reached that point yet.
you're so funny. But yeah, yesterday was a special day with family, so I had some Malbec.
Oh, some celebration.
Yes, yes.
That's nice. Well, cheers.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, back in the day, do you have any fun stories to share when you would like have a cocktail with girlfriends or
Ooh, oh my, it's PG though, PG,
that? That
PG.
doesn't have to be
No,
PG.
you're like, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Fun story.
I feel like we have a lot of stories, a lot of fun times that we've shared with girlfriends, not always with cocktails, but most for me anyway, most of the time, I've had a cocktail in front of me. So I just want to, lift people up and share fun things, not just work related, but fun stuff too.
Mm,
Like if you were like on vacation with some girlfriends and sitting around chatting, what would you chat about and what experiences did you have together? Did you go out to a club or do you like to go dancing? Do you like to just sit around a fire and talk or, those kinds of things?
well, I can tell you, it's more so something that I'm very much looking forward to. In a week, I am getting together with my girlfriends. There's four of us all together. We've all known each other for years. All lived in Florida
Nice.
together.
Uh-huh.
One moved to Pennsylvania, one stayed in Florida, the other one's in California, and I'm in Chicago.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
once a year, we try really hard to get together and we'll go somewhere. We didn't get a chance to meet last year, so this year we are going on a cruise. We're going on Margaritaville cruise.
Ah.
So that's next week. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
I compared to the amount of social activity and outside activity I did back in the day, but and now is drastically different.
It
So
changes, right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
for
I'm
sure.
so comfortable with like being in my garden, on my deck,
Yeah.
relaxed, just that's my vibe right now. But what we've been doing is, sending each other memes of how we're gonna be, and it's like funny, Now there's
Yeah.
just it's like now in a different phase of life,
Yep.
partying looks so different, and like
For sure.
one of us wakes up super early, while the other one stays up super late. The other one goes to sleep mega early. The other one goes to sleep, you know what I mean? Super late.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be funny and like we joke about like who's gonna be the first one to pass out this time or like, funny things just because life is so different. But um um I guess that's what I'm most looking forward to. I'm just really excited about that. I've never been on a Margaritaville cruise. Have you?
No, I've been to a Margaritaville resort, a couple of them.
Ooh,
Yeah, the
oh,
one in
tell
Fort
me.
Lauderdale and one in Palm Springs, Palm
As-
Springs, California.
How was it?
Lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah, a whole lot of Jimmy Buffett music being
yeah.
piped in.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking with the bartenders at one of them. We're like, how tired are you of Jimmy Buffett music? And they're like, so tired.
I can imagine. Oh, it must be like just in their brain already.
All day, every day.
I'll be coming home singing Jimmy Buffett songs.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's fun for a week.
Oh man. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that, and that's where my mind is at right now.
I'm sure. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So, what are you going to different islands? Does it go
The
to
Bahamas?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna have so much fun.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to, just connect a little bit and recharge with the girls. That's always needed.
Yeah, and to reconnect after being apart for a long time.
Yeah.
We need girl time. I just got back from a trip with some really good girlfriends too, and it was just, we were in an amazing area. We went to Milan and Lake Como and Valencia.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
It was fantastic, just amazing scenery. The food was outstanding. The drinks were out of this world. But we all were comparing notes afterwards, like what was your favorite part of the trip? And the favorite part was hanging around in each other's rooms at night after everything was, having another cocktail in our room and just chatting and talking about what happened that day. So
those are the best moments, right? Like
sharing time with girls. Yeah, it was fun.
Soak that all in. Soak it all in.
Yes, exactly. You love every minute of it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I love my family, but I'm so looking forward to my girl time. Yeah.
And I love spending time with my family too. And we've got lots of that coming up too with family. But yeah, with the people that you love, sharing an adventure and an experience, and then just sitting around a table talking, there's nothing like it.
Preach, sister.
Well, now that we're good friends, I can call you Ness, right?
Yes, there we go. I threw it out there. I already knew, my future self knew that we were gonna become friends.
That's how it happens. Yeah,
that's how it happens.
Well, awesome. This has been so fun. I really appreciate your time and sharing your thoughts and stuff with us. I'm grateful to get to know you.
Likewise, Penny. I'm super happy to have met you, and I'm following you, friend.
Oh, thank you. You too. Good luck and have fun on your trip.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have yourself a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye, Penny.
That's a wrap on another spirited episode of Penny for Your Shots, conversations and cocktails with brilliant women. I hope you've enjoyed the intoxicating blend of wisdom, wit, and wonder that these incredible women bring to the table. Check out the show notes for links to resources referenced in today's episode. And remember to subscribe and raise a glass with me every Thirsty Thursday as we continue to serve up inspiration, celebrate resilience, and reignite the passions that set our souls on fire. If you've loved what you've heard, please share the podcast far and wide and leave a sparkling 5-star review to let me know your thoughts. It would also help tremendously if you would visit pennyforyourshots.com and subscribe to learn when new episodes are available and pick up my free recipe. In the meantime, remember that your story deserves to be served and savored. Cheers to your brilliance and of women everywhere. Until next time, keep sipping and experiencing life's extraordinary moments. This is Penny for Your Shots, signing off with a clink and a toast to us. Cheers.